Magical orders, initiatory systems, secret rites, velvet robes, ancient symbols, whispered passwords. For some, it's the heart of their spiritual path. For others, it's a red flag with a wand. But here's the secret no one wants to say out loud. Most magical lodges today are broken. Not because the rituals don't work, not because the teachings are false, but because the structure, the very thing meant to preserve the mysteries, has become the greatest obstacle to real initiation. Today I'm going to show you why magical orders no longer function the way they were designed to, how power and politics replaced praxis, and what to watch out for if you're feeling called to join one. Hi, I'm Paul, and this is Tarot Logic, an analytical approach to intuitive reading. At their best, magical orders were temples of transformation, safe containers, sacred theaters, structures built to awaken the soul through ordeal, symbol, and hierarchy. You didn't just read the mysteries, you lived them, you embodied them. Each grade was a mirror, each ritual a psychodrama of rebirth. Lodges existed to destroy the false self and rebuild you in alignment with the true will. That was the point. It's still the point. But somewhere along the way, the temple walls began to crack. Here's the first crack. When you build a system of hierarchy, you attract people who crave power. Not power over themselves, but power over others. Magical orders are full of initiates who have never initiated themselves. Men and women who memorize the rituals, quote the books, recite the passwords, but never confront their shadow. And the higher they climb, the less they evolve. Because in a broken system, rank replaces realization. Title replaces transformation. And what was once a ladder of light becomes a bureaucracy of delusion. Most modern orders were meant to preserve the mysteries, but today they guard dogma, not depth. You want to explore the mysteries of the Tree of Life? You'll need permission. You want to read your own ritual? You'll need the right degree. You want to question the leadership? You'll be silenced, shunned, or spiritually gaslit. This is where the oath becomes a leash, where the temple becomes a trap. Because the deeper initiatory path isn't in their vaults, it's in you. And when you start to realize that, they get nervous. Let's speak carefully. Some once great magical orders, yes, those ones, are now drowning in legal drama, leadership, scandals, internal schisms, and bitter infighting. The outer trappings still look impressive, but behind the veil, you'll find personality cults, financial exploitation, misuse of sacred authority, a profound lack of real spiritual development. And instead of protecting the work, they're protecting themselves from exposure, from irrelevance, from the karmic weight of everything they claim to transcend. But here's the paradox. This collapse, it's part of the initiation, because the real temple was never in the building. It was never in the lodge. It was never in the charter. It was always, always in the work. The crumbling of false structures is the opening of the inner sanctuary. This is the tower moment the current lodge systems need. Let the structures fall. Let the illusions burn. The initiates who remain standing, they'll be the ones who are doing the real work all along. So what do you do if you feel called to initiation, to a system, to a tradition? Here's how to avoid the trap. Study broadly. Don't rely on one system to tell you everything. Question hierarchy. Real initiation humbles. It doesn't inflate. Stay sovereign. No oath is worth your soul. Discern charisma from wisdom. They're rarely found in the same robe. Do the work alone first. If you can't build your own inner temple, no outer temple will hold you. And most importantly, trust the process, but don't trust the institution. Magical lodges were built to initiate, to protect the flame, to awaken the soul through sacred ordeal. But when a structure forgets its soul, it becomes a prison. And if you're watching this, you may already be feeling that tension. Here's your permission slip. You don't need their title. You don't need their charter. You don't need their blessing. You are the temple. You are the ritual. You are the initiate. Act like it. If this helped you see through the veil of false authority, subscribe to Tarot Logic for more real talk on the esoteric path. And comment below. What's been your experience with magical orders? Good, bad, or transformative? Until next time, read with clarity, read with structure, and always read with logic.